Hello friends and traders. Let's look at 369 L2 multi-square bar. Last time we spoke on this subject, it was on daily charts. Now we are going to use the same phenomena on monthly charts. First, to see the big picture. Now this is the sequence of events which are pretty much visible to us. In this big move, we have this is the biggest bullish DNA bar. We place our tool set right here. As you can see, this tool is doesn't have the it dynamically shifts things. You can see this is where the circle can go inside the square. It can be offsetting here and there. So it moves. There's so much things going on behind the scene. What we are doing with this is finding this area, and this is a monthly chart. It took 2 years to get here, and it got there and reversed big time, 2,000 points. Then we move it down. Now from here, what we are looking for, we're looking for something different. Now this market is moving down. This is the biggest bar in the down move. Let's see that again. And this big move down, this is the huge monthly bar. Okay, this is also a huge one, but this is the initiative bar. This one is the biggest one. Okay, so we are looking for the biggest bar. Place it on the top. Now this one is, when we place it here, you can see this is a hot spot. Now what are we looking for? We're looking for same rules over and over and over. Market is, this is a bigger square, but it pulled back to the 50 of this huge range, which is also the square. It held here for a month, and the middle of this half a circle is a cycle. It came down into the square with the time and price squared. The time squared by this circle, half a circle, and then it went off 2 years to this outer circle. Actually, this is also square and time. This is also, so this circle is a time, so is this. It hit it here and came down. Alright, so that was just from this single point. We are able to pick all these huge. From here, 2,000 points, 4,000 points in 2 years, 4 years. Alright, so now this is another initiative move. What do we do here? Well, we place it here. Place it here, we know market is going here, and it does go there. You can just see it says we are talking about this area, right? We don't talk about the points, not with this tool. We have to the tick accuracy intraday. Okay, so this is where we are, and this is where we made 2025 high. What else we have been saying? What is coming in 25, 20, you know, and of mid 24 we started talking about this. Something is coming. Solar flares, cycles are coming. They changed humanity across the board. 2 years we have been talking about this. We will talk about it next time. First, many times we have talked about it, right? Many times. Watch out, watch out. So you should, if you have a 401k account, you should be only down maybe $1,000, $2,000 on $500,000 account. Maybe you're down 5,000 on a $500,000 account, right? You know these hedges exist. So what we are doing, we are hedging the downfalls and buying from the hedged profits. Going down, we're buying more on the hedged profits, right? So now imagine that whatever position you have here got bigger and bigger and bigger without, and market is paying for it. Market is paying for it. Who is the market? Are you the market? Alright, so that is the story. Now, this is the movement down. if we move it here or here, let's move it to the initiation, first impulse move down. We are looking at this, if this monthly chart, this is looking at going back here on this cycle. All right, so we just say, okay, worst case scenario, the Pluto, planet of life and death, is active. Various kinds of wars, life and death scenarios are playing out right now. Okay, so if that is one approach, right, then we mark it. And we also find the balance point. Okay. Is this the balance point? How do I know this is the right balance point? I need to look to the left. This is the square going to the left, which hit on the left side. Major move. And on the top side, it hit it again. And you can see that. See that? How it works? On a monthly cycle, daily cycle, minute cycle, doesn't matter if your model is correct. It works in all scenarios, right? So this is where we are looking at, going down here or here. Okay. So now, let's see. We are in this midpoint, right? If this one doesn't hold, we have the targets. Let's put some lines also here. Alright, just put this square. We are already here. Square. This is the square inside the square. And okay, so from this monthly chart, this is what we see, right? We don't want to overdo things. It's too late. If you're not catching this, it's too late. You are given this information. You are given this information, right? You're given this tool, you're given all the information. All right. The problem is human emotions doesn't let you trust it, right? So this is what you do. Don't use it, you lose it. All right. Okay, so this is how this works. So let's keep this away. Now, let's focus on. Now this another thing you can do is, this was the exhaustion bar. This is the last flush on the bearish mode. Okay. Oops. Sometimes you can also put on this big bar. This is the biggest bar in the whole ecosystem. Right? So cycles work, and this is it. It came and touched this inner circle and then went to the outer circle, right? Boom. So many ways you knew this is coming. Alright, so just for you have seen this last week on daily chart, and today we are showing on monthly chart. Let's look at a weekly chart analysis. How good is Mandela? Alright, so here it is, same thing. We always follow the rules. Rules are simple. Find the DNA bar of the swing. So what is a swing? Swing is a swing. Is a good swing when we have a big bar in the swing, a DNA bar in the swing. And which is the greatest pivot? Well, the pivot which has right here is a great pivot, because this pivot is also DNA, 2-in-1. That's one. Okay, you got it. Thank you. So let's move forward with this approach. Where do I place this? Mandela. And Mandela has vibrations, right? This is all showing the vibration offsets. This is a bar, big bar, green bar, right? Watch it. no cheating here. We'll zoom, biggest bar, right? This is the biggest bar. This one, you place it on the big bar DNA. Let's place it. We will add some oscillations if you need to, right? There we go. So this has to be precisely placed where it belongs. All right, that's how it is. Okay, so what we say is, now remember, there are internal vibrations and external vibration, because this is actually a spiral unfolding of a square, circle, triangle, pyramids, platonic solids. They all interconnected. Okay, that's all I can explain on this subject matter. Okay, so what we are saying, let's test. Always wait for it to test it out. That's okay. This is where it is, right? So minimum moment is this. If it is not going to the white line, minimum moment, we say, okay, the internal square inside a square has held this vibration. That means the top is going to blow up. It came back and blew up the top. All right. What else we have going here? So okay, the top blew up. So now that's all we got from this guy, right? Top blew up. Where is it going? So this is our, inside this are our external levels. Okay, that's what we after. We always talk about ranges. We don't talk about, okay, we will show you to the tick accuracy intraday, but for now we are talking about big yearly cycles. Our focus is on the other side, which is ranges. Where are we going? Okay, so this one came, and if now question always comes to mind, which time do we move it, right? How do we move it? It's just drag and drop. Where do we want to move it? When do we want to move it? Well, when we see a new top blown away, we move it. So this one, the top was blown here, right? This top was rejected, double top. It blew up here. So this means I'm interested in this swing now. Do you understand? When you blow up the top, I'm interested in this new energy which blew the top. So what do? We'll look at placing this. It goes to the same location, right? All right, so we confirmed it from here, giving us a great confidence that, hey, this is a weekly chart, and it went down for like 3-4 months, 700-800 points. All right, so now, oops, now this top blew up by this swing, so we'll shift it. Now you see what we are heading towards. Look at these lines. Let's mark it this way. Look at this. If you are following Bob's blog, which you should be, in getting guidance from Blob, who uses this tool very beautifully. All right. So I'm just trying to get you Bob's information here. All right, so I think if you're interested in this kind of basic analysis, right, you can join. It's an email and get some information. And if you want to acquire some tools, you can get some discount through this Denver channel, irrespective of where you are. To getting some tool sets, how he uses. He uses 20 tools, and he shows you how the miracle is working. All right. Is this about you applying it, not the inventor, because it's easy, second nature, right? For the consumer of this research and products, right? You should be able to do it. That's the whole story. All right, my friends, here we are. Now we know the top has been blown on the weekly chart. We're gonna go and chase this new energy, and we got these hits, right? Now this one did not move much. It's okay, the range. It blew up and came to retest on the other side. That means strength is on. That means we have now focus on the outer cycles. Inner cycles, Mandela normal cycles, and outer cycles, which picked up the 2025 top as well. All right, this is from this big, huge move. All right, you may be tempted to say, okay, how about this guy? Well, this top is broken, so who broke it? Right here. So it may match up the internal cycle. Let's check it out. And there it is. So we have two things working here. One came from this outer cycles, so yellow ones. Oops. So what we should do, we should mark these charts and offset the locations where things are coming from. So when I do things, I do it like this. So I know, okay, after 20 days I will forget, 2-3 days I will forget, maybe 2 months I will forget. Why? Well, these are bigger charts. And I save the charts, come back. If I do it like this, I have no idea where it came from. If I do it, put it vertically on the top of the starting location, so I know where it came from, right? This one came from here, I know that, right? So this one is saying this came from here. Now if I ask you where this came from, just right now we did it, we don't know. Right? Do you understand? But you know it came from here. This is one of those yellow lines. So you need to put these locations properly from the starting point, so you know which bar you use in your measurement. All right, and then make notes like these. This is Vendala bar on weekly chart, square chart. So write your notes. After trading is over, end of the day, you have to make lots of notes. All right, so this blew up as well by this bar. This one showed up this one, right? The normal range. So I think we have confluence of things happening here, right? So now I can say, okay, I got 3-4 things coming together. For the structures, monthly and weekly. And now you can go and check your daily, last video, and how it ended. So this is how you can do this multi-dimension structure. This 3 chart analysis doesn't take, how much time does it take, and you know where we are heading, and I will keep staying hedged. This is just the beginning. Now what did Gann say about 50, right? We also talked about it last time. If you start from 0 level all the way to the top, the first 25 quarter, if you have not seen that video, it's posted right there. Right here.
Some traders, welcome back to this quick demonstration on a monthly chart.
So monthly chart, this is from zero. First quarter is fitted. You can see how first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter we picked up the top, and here we are right now. Here we are right now, right? So where is this area? This is 4500 or something.
These are monthly charts, and we're using
Right? How far are we from getting to 4500? Where are we right now? 5000. I mean, are we away from 4500? What will that get us?
patient enough.
That is going to get us to 25% retracement from this all-time low to all-time high. Because all these things work multi-year, they work. Now there are other techniques we use. We know which year is going to be high and low. We know 100 years forecast. We also know 10-year forecast. We also know yearly, super yearly forecasts. Right? What's going on?
Very low. This is SPX. You put that
So you can watch this unfoldings.
and we curve it 25%.
So from this move, from 28 move, 2008, hopefully it doesn't get there. If from this visible spot 2008 high and low, where is 50? 50 is somewhere right here. 38 or something is right here, right? So we almost, how far are we from there? Well, if it takes off from this low, 50, right here, 45 is here, right? On the quarterly, I didn't go all the way to zero from 2008. So this is what you can do. Take the big, huge levels and chop into 50 or quarters and quarters and quarters, and you get some ideas, right? And this is where things are overlapping as well. We're using our tools. Now this charts, I use this 15 by 9. This is all 3 and 6 and 9. I use 15 by 9 on both sides. 6 because 15 is 6, right? As we know. All right, my friends. So this is where things are now on the Mandela, on this side of Mandela. We're heading down on the weekly. So how do you analyze this? So you have this trend line broken on a weekly. This line broke it. It's pretty large DNA bar, so I'll just place it there. So if you go with this worst case scenario, where is it heading? See this area right here. This is also coming from 2008 50. It's coming from this initiative move somewhere right here. See that? So, and we are only it's moving 500. If it really takes off, it can be here in 2 days. And if that happens, what do we do, right? All right. So there are other things also. This is it is bouncing from square inside squares. I don't want to get into that principle where we say, okay, this is a weekly, monthly and weekly square. There's going to be some reactions. So what bounced from here to here? There's a square sitting here. So if you relocate this, was it closed below strongly at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 months of bullish, 8 months of bullishness has been removed by the single close of this month here, right? So that means it's a very strong bar going down. We'll use it. Let's focus on this chart. Okay, there it is. So when you're starting off on the downward spiral, we hit the square, rectangle is sitting here, we already know that. All right, cool. So you can place it like this and keep it like this only, and we have the levels. And once you have these levels, you know it is a scientific method. You know it is something which is so we have the probabilities, we don't get in panic. We know what's going to happen. We know that in advance, months and weeks and years in advance. And we don't follow and chase the news. So if I start from this guy, right, in the beginning of time, we need, because if this was the only bar, we don't have any of the bar, we just keep it there only. That's all we do. Because we have nowhere else to keep it. And this is the only bar and started going down, right? So we look at this bar. This is the bearish bar. What do? You see there's a bounce here, there's a bounce here, and this is a bounce here. So unless I show you on daily chart, you will not see those bounces. So this is where multi-time frame is important. You should have 5 time frames, so working on it. Okay, so this first bounce happened let's put it here and you can see where it happened. This green bar, that is the first bar you don't see. You see it weekly, but you don't see it here. $100. Okay, the next bounce happened. We're expecting, if you're playing these edges, you're playing at the edges. Now we are at this edge. This edge is right here. This bounce happened, 70 points. We are going against the trend. Mandela is so strong. Mandela is so strong right here. It's holding. I mean, okay, what's the next one? Right here. Every level as we move down is holding. There we go. Another bounce. Then it went to the other side of the Mandela, right? It's now holding. It's not able to close. You have to watch it. It's not able to close above this. Not able to close above this. One time, two time, third time, you know this is going to be a short. These are some fundamental analysis you should be aware of. Okay, and then today this is daily chart, and we have this. Now, is this exhaustion bar, right? The question always comes into, we have cycles. We are not going to put market maker on this in public, not anymore, not right now. Okay. Okay. So this is exhaustion bar, right? Now this has broken too. After all this is gone, this now. Okay, so this was placed on the top. Okay, now we see another big huge bar. This close happened here. Close are very important. Close happened here. Now I know this is, all these weeks are gone. The value of all these weeks are gone because of the strong close. So I will use this bar and I will relocate myself in this position and I leave it alone. Now this one does not work. This is why we have a range. Let's look at this 5,000 and look at this. We're coming down to again 4,000, 4,500. All right. Will ABCD is also there, right? It's very simple. So if this is the impulse move going on, let's create some impulses. If this is impulse, this is a flag pattern. Let's roughly do this impulse, right? Now this is 100%, 127 and 160 should be somewhere here. Just do the measurements. Do basic things. And things stay hedged because remember, this is something else. This is not normal, but even with these abnormal conditions, I hope you saw value on this presentation. Thank you so much. And in case if you want to work with Bob and join his trading team, right? He trades all day long and he applies this intraday, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and stay protected and stay hedged, and volatility goes up, your ranges can expand. So just watch. If you're not a professional trader, watch out, stay hedged. Thank you.